So this week I was making this demo to one of my online students to explain well this very simple perspective, which is a simple three-quarter front perspective or three-quarter back, like this one, that comes exactly from a side view. If you can see, in both cases, it is from a side view. So I will show you very quickly how I do it, which is the main rule to remember. And I am sure that you're going to like it, and you can make this exercise really simple. Now, just to understand what I'm doing, we are taking on the same plane, okay? This is the ground. And we are just turning like that, basically, okay? That's all we're doing. We are not tilting or anything complicated. It's very simple. It's a side view that is turning like that on a plane, okay, on a platform. And then we'll see a little bit of three-quarter front, okay? Now, there is one thing you have to realize when you do that. That's something you have to realize is where is this back wheel and where is this front wheel on the other side. Because what is very important is what's happening between the front wheels and the back wheels. I will show you. So this is my wheelbase. So because I'm turning and this is the pivot, I put the other wheel in this area and the other one a little bit closer to the front. You see the difference? This distance and this one, which is smaller, it's shorter. And that's very simple. It's exactly what's happening here. This back wheel moves a lot more in this direction than the front one. That it remains almost, stick to the front one. In fact, you see, there's no space. Everything is black. But look what's happening there. We have a little space. And that's the mistake a lot of people do. So that's the foundation. All right? Okay, so now I make my shadow as I do every time I make a sketch. Okay, like that. Here, basically, both of them they are overlapping, so there is no space in between. This is my ground shadow. So if I have my side view that is like this, one thing very important is that the back will be pushed in because the car is turning, okay? So we push that in. We make it short, really stick to the back wheel, all right? Then once I go, which is the silhouette, the center line of my car. Let's suppose that this one, okay, just to make a quick example. Then I take this section, this one, okay, same one, and I just replicate on this side. Now, before we do that, look at this distance between the beginning of the bumper or fender and what is considered a center line. There is a space there, okay, before the wheel. Now, when we put this section starting here, we have to consider this, but shorter, because of the perspective, because it's turning. So this part is pushing there, and this part is coming out. So, look, I'll do it now. All the lines from those points do not go to any vanishing point because it's on the same plane. Therefore, all the lines are horizontal with the ground. Horizontal with the ground, okay? In fact, you see I'm making all horizontal lines as reference. Look. So here is this one. It's this one, right? Horizontal. Then we have this one. It's this one. And then this one is this one, parallel. You see? Parallel. And then we have a radius there, okay? And then I'll put it there too. Then I have this section comes down like that. Okay, no problem. And we do the same thing. And of course, we don't see on the other side because there is the body of the car. Now, when you look at this, you already see, okay, that from a side view, those are circles, okay? Those are not ellipses. We have our three-quarter front. Now, the last thing to do, it's very important. Where do I place my center line? If I put my center line here, it means that the front of this car, the hood of this car, the windshield of this car are very flat. But if I push over there my center line, like for example, I put it here, look, I'm gonna do it. You see, this is my center line. So if my center line is a little bit more on the left, means that my front, my windshield are a little bit more around it. Okay, they have a crown. So if I put, for example, a graphics here, okay, like that light, what's going to happen on the other side? We have this space. We have to consider a similar space, but a little bit shorter because it's on the other side. Then I go with this line horizontally, and look, that's where I will place my graphics. On the other side, can you see? It looks good, not bad. Same thing if I have a big air intake or something like that, okay? Those are the lines of my intakes. So let's say that I have something that's doing this, okay? Now what's going to happen there? I have to judge this distance with the center line on the other side. It's going to be more or less there. So you see? Now, if I put the black in the air intake, you will see better. Look. You see, it looks good. It doesn't look bad. And just to complete, I'll make dark what has to be dark, everything that is in shadow, very quickly, so that you can see how easy it is to make a three-quarter front and also three-quarter back, because the rule is the same. The only thing that we do it on the back and not on the front. So you would put this over here and then concentrate it on this section here if you had to do the back. All right. So now let me do that. Here we have a little bit of space, and I explain to you why there is this little space between the wheels at the beginning of this video tutorial. A little bit of shadow there. Let me put the shadow in the wheel well in the back. Let's make a little bit of reflection on the side. Very quick sketching, just to check what we're doing, if we like the design, if you want to trace it to make other proposals, you know, why not? Okay, so now we can put a little bit of a highlight catcher, okay, like that. And then we can put a character line on the side body and add a little bit of shading on this cylinder, which is very tense, in tension, okay, it's not very soft car, to show better the three-dimensional aspect of our little sketch. You see? Now, when you do that, don't forget that the center is there, but if you want to make this a little bit spherical, that center moves on the right. And if you want to make it empty, concave, the center will move inside. For example, if I put it there, both of them, look. You see the difference? Okay? Then I can imagine that I'm doing something like this. You see? And then I can put a little bit of shade in there because that it's negative. Therefore, there is a little bit, you know, of shadow. Of course, you can do the graphics that you want. I'm just going fast to show you quickly the rule. Okay? Well, I hope that this video was useful to you. And stick around, put your like, share this video, be there on Friday during our lives. Thank you. Grazie. Ciao.